Good morning. Feeling a nice breeze. Sun is rising. Here, I'll show you. I mean, come on, right? Just taking it in. Yeah. This is my first balloon sighting of the year. Those four dots out there, those are hot air balloons. 'Tis the season here in New Mexico and in Albuquerque. Balloon fiesta is around the corner. Okie dokie. So I pulled this, or I cut this piece out from the an Epsom salt, empty Epsom salt bag. So I'm gonna use this. Pulled this from a calendar that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna incorporate some of this and then just also see where this goes. But that's kind of the inspiration today. So I think I want to do some writing, so I'm gonna make sure there's room for that. I had my first Zoom call with the Artist's Way group that I'm going through the book with. I think we're having 3 Zoom calls, so we're kind of checking in at 3 different points, and this is the first one. So I had that 2 nights ago. And most of people's check-ins were kind of about like the morning pages and how challenging they are for people, and also just like not sure where, if like things are working in terms of like the practices, and so I kind of was like thinking to myself, like, what defines like working? How do we know something's working? I guess that's the individual has to kind of determine what that is. Like, is it a creative output, like a product or something? Is it like, what is it, you know? This is my 4th time going through the Artist's Way, so some of the exercises are, you know, they're not new to me, and I've been doing kind of morning pages for a while, so I'm not having the same kind of experience as a lot of people are, being first time going through it the first time. But I do remember having similar challenges with morning pages in the beginning, so I totally get it. And I think the more we practice something, the more we experiment, the easier things get. And I also have really given myself permission to modify things. Like, I just don't take things, I take Julia's prompts and suggestions as that, like suggestions. And I don't feel like I have to be so rigid about them. And for me, that opens up more space for just possibilities to come through. I do remember the first few times I did Julia Cameron's book, like, because she sets out some pretty strict guidelines, you know, and at that time I took her words like very seriously, and I remember a lot of like shame coming up when I couldn't like complete things as prescribed, and because it's a lot, there's a lot in each chapter. Like you could take one thing from each chapter and work on that for months, you know. And so I remember feeling a lot of pressure, like some of the people are experiencing and sharing, and I don't want that kind of pressure with art, you know. I can appreciate the like commitment to one's practice and like doing things differently, because if you don't do things differently, like, then how do you have a different experience? But like we can make small shifts. We don't have to change a bunch of things at once, you know. I don't think that that's like Julia's intention by any means, but I just interpret her stuff now just as like, you know, take what you want and leave the rest. It's not feeling aligned or working, because something is better than like nothing, I think, you know, just doing something that feels good. And if none of it does, then, you know, it's okay to move on. Like everyone's work, not everyone's, Julia's work doesn't like resonate with everyone, and that's totally okay. So I don't know why I like clipped that off. I think I might put something over that. But I think I'm going to leave these things for writing, so I will be back. Okay, so I did some writing, which I don't necessarily want to show, but put in a few words. Soak in what you love. Life be kind. So just a few more days left. See you tomorrow.